Right, guys and gals, DCT Makes here. This is the 78 Cushman, back on this. Not engine this time, brakes, and I'm gonna show you some clutch stuff. But let's have a look at these funky brakes from old days. A lot of people look for the stuff for these old vehicles, and if you're careful, you can find stuff for them that they used things that was around at the time. For example, on the OMC 18 horse engine for this, I went looking for an alternator, and it's like, yeah, $290, $300, $500. It's like, wait a second, that looks really familiar. And I said to the guy in the shop, pull me off a 1974 AMC single wired Jeep alternator. Exactly the same thing. $35. So the brake cylinders on the back, like $70 odd or something stupid like that. I've seen a couple of reproduction things a little cheaper, but I'll knock this off. You can see the wheel spacer and a little bit odder configuration there. Piston pushing out at the top or the bottom, I can't remember which way around it is, and onto a central pin with both shoes looping onto one pin. We'll pull it off. Let's take a look. Look, new gun, new master, not too bad actually. Used it twice now, so far so good. Yeah, it's moving. You guys see it. It's real strange configuration. That is tight in there, damn. Yeah. Guess I didn't put that on real tight the last time. There you go. Cast drum. Whoa. Cast drum. Nothing too fantastic. Got the spacer on here. That's hard to get off because the stress on the bolts has probably bent them a little bit, but yeah, not too bad. Just take some cloth to the inside of that. But here's the bit that look at that. Old-fashioned style, almost like what did the 66 Jeep behind me. That's that brakes weren't like this. I think some of the early Jeep ones were like this. They had a pin at the top, and both shoe eyes rode on them. That one of them is bent in, one of them is bent out. So you got to be careful, kind of which way you put them on. But really simple. But this part, the wheel cylinder, very expensive about 5-6 years ago. So and the shoes were not cheap either. But it seems to have held up pretty good. I think I got some dirt, and when it was sitting outside there was some dirt got into the master, moisture, and it's kind of screwed up. I bled them a couple of times, really dark. Got it through to reasonable colour brake fluid, but I'm just going to check to see if this will actually move a little. So how do I do that by myself? Go get Sweet Pea. Hold on. No effing and blinding. Okay, we got Sweet Pea at the wheel here. We're gonna watch this. We don't get to see this very often. The wheel, see if the wheel cylinder actually moves. So we're gonna have Sweet Pea push down very, very, very gently.
Now?
Go ahead.
Here we go. Keep going.
Go ahead. Nothing. Oh, stop. There you go. A little bit more. Stop.
Oh, shit. I have to bleep.
Oh, that's the trouble with bringing a Sweet Pea out. It's like having a Meg. They swear. Okay, so back brakes are coming on late. You took your foot off? Okay, now slightly back on.
Like I did before.
Yeah, just very slowly.
Okay, here it goes.
And they're coming on real late. There must be air in the system. There they go. It started to move. A little bit more. Go ahead. That's good. Off. And there we go. Brakes are working. Just with air in them. Hey guys, when you're cleaning this old stuff, you have no idea what them old buggers used to put on stuff. Wear a mask. Who knows? Asbestos in brakes. All kinds of stuff. But I think I got enough pad on there for what this does. It's not going. It will go pretty quick with the 670 in it, but it's mainly for hauling. Big trunk. But there we go. Wear a mask when you're doing this stuff. Eesh. There you go, some old-fashioned brakes. How's that? We'll go underneath and I'll show you the clutch stuff. 3-screw clutch, very, very archaic to the clutch basket, and I'll show you what that looks like and how to fix it if it goes screwy and all of a sudden you lose your clutch. Hey guys, we're going under, take a look at this clutch business. There's a 670 nestled in there. Put some light on it, hey. There's the extensions out to the clutch housing. Right, going down here. Get this fat fella and a light. Right, let's see if we can get this in focus. Come on, focus. It may be in focus for you, not for me. You see these bolts? This is a throw-out bearing, cradle. No, hold on, throw-out bearing. Oh, good God. Right. Throw-out bearing, cradle, and then the arms for the clutch, and then these nasty little bolts. They're like 3/8 24, something really weird. And one of the light thread ones. And when one of them comes out, the clutch tips sideways, and it's like the clutch shaft's been elongated and you can't engage the clutch. All it is the arm, and one of these has fell out. Now you can actually replace these while it's in. You just take this inspection plate off, and it's kind of cumbersome. Get it down to the bottom. It's kind of at an angle, and the thread, this arm, that arm, is at a kind of an angle, and then the hole's at a funky angle, so that as it goes through, the arc that it goes through when it gets to the end, it's actually like 90 degrees to the pressure plate. But you can actually Loctite them in and get them in from the bottom by levering these with a big screwdriver, and then carefully getting your hand up there, and if you can start the screw with some Loctite on it, the good stuff that needs heat to get it off. Because I put them in with blue, and I found I was halfway down the driveway, one of them came out, lost the clutch, and I'd driven it into the shed, and I found one of them on the floor. Drove it in, cleaned, it was on the floor. When I came to drive it again, it wouldn't drive because I couldn't use the clutch. But the good Loctite that requires heat, that's kept them in place, and they're doing pretty good. That's it. That's just a quick update on that. Still trying to find a good filter. No luck yet. Let's see if I can put this down here a bit so you can see it a little bit better. That's the clutch arrangement, and then over into the 670. Look, there's proof you're driving it through the bush. Fat guy under here, can't reach anything, can't get to anything.